What's going on, guys? HK Titan here with a brand new video for you guys. But first things first, as always, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. So in today's video, we are going to be continuing off with episode 4 of our Bloons Tower Defense 6 full playthrough. And for today's episode, what I have in store for you guys is going to be two different hard game modes. So the first game mode is going to be the normal hard standard mode, and the second game mode will be Magic Monkeys only. So thank you guys so much for the support on this series. The support has been absolutely insane. Also, I want you guys to know that I'm going to try and experiment with a couple of different things to see what works out a little bit better and what you guys actually enjoy watching. I noticed that there was quite a few of you guys that are enjoying the fact that I'm including multiple game modes in each episode. But when it starts to get to some of the harder maps and some of the harder game modes, I think I'm gonna switch down to maybe maximum 2 different game modes per episode, unless it's of course the Impossible game mode or the Chimps game mode. So right away, you guys will notice that we started off with Quincy, and of course we're going to be starting off with the Ninja Monkey. It's not going to be too insane or anything like that. For most of the beginner maps, we're going to be starting off exactly the same, unless we switch over to using Oben, or if we switch over to using Sada, then we can have a little bit more fun with what towers we place down. But again, for the most part, this is exactly what each of the beginner maps is going to consist of. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of a skippy bit, and I'll go ahead and bring you guys back here in just a second. Alright guys, and we fast forwarded all the way up until round 40. As you guys can see, I ended up going with a banana farm here. The reason why I went for the banana farm is of course to start getting that banana farm XP, because I know once we do the Impossible game mode, I would want to place down a couple of banana farms just to make sure that we had that little bit of extra cash. But for the most part, we ended up going for the Bloon Jitsu Ninja Monkey, and then we went for the Owl Alchemist as well. If you guys are a little bit unsure of how to upgrade your Ninja Monkey or your Owl Alchemist, it's pretty straightforward. The only thing you do is you upgrade him to a tier 3. And then you place down the Owl Alchemist, upgrade the Owl Alchemist up to the top pathway, so a 200. Once you do that, you upgrade your Ninja Monkey up to a Bloon Jitsu, and then you come back to your Owl Alchemist and then finish upgrading him to Stronger Stimulant. Now, I do know that I don't need to have a monkey village placed down, but again, I just placed it down to have that little bit of extra experience, because I do want to have the MIB at my disposal once we do the Impossible game mode and we do the Chimps game mode. Also, of course, I will be placing down the Necromancer Unpopped Army in a majority of these game modes, and that's just because I want to make sure that I get enough experience to go ahead and unlock the Prince of Darkness. So what I do now is I just place down a couple more Wizard Monkeys. I'm not exactly sure if it adds more experience to the tower or if it's just adding more popping power. For the most part, it really doesn't make too big of difference here. It just increases our popping power that we have on the field by a lot. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and do another little bit of a fast forward bit up until probably round 70. I'll bring you guys back on round 70. Alright guys, here we are on round 69, and here we go. We now have enough experience to go ahead and upgrade our monkey village to the primary training. But what I want to do before I upgrade the monkey village to primary training is, of course, I want to make sure that I have the MIV unlocked. Also, you guys may have noticed I now have the Prince of Darkness unlocked, so that is the first key to our Chimps game mode. Now the only thing that I'm working on is leveling up our tax zone, as well as I'm working on leveling up our heli pilot and getting him that little bit of extra experience to go ahead and ensure that we'll be able to use the Apache Prime in some of these upcoming Chimps game modes. So again, I do know that a lot of you guys have said, why don't you just jump into deflation game mode to get the experience, or just grind out the tower experience. And if you guys have been following the series so far, you guys will have noticed that we're getting a lot of experience on all of our towers. We definitely don't need to spend the time to grind out all of the experience on all of the different towers. The only thing that I'm doing that's a little bit special is I am placing down towers that I know I'm not going to need for a game mode, and the only reason why I'm doing that is of course to get that little bit of extra experience. So guys, for the most part, there's nothing else that we really need to do. We are pretty much good to go for the hard standard game mode. So I'm going to go ahead and skip to explain a little bit of monkey knowledge, and I'll go ahead and bring you guys back as soon as I get to that part. Alright, and here's the win. Now let's go ahead and jump into the monkey knowledge points, because I did get a couple of levels in the hard standard mode. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting all of my monkey knowledge points into the hero skill tree, because the hero skill tree is such a good tree to unlock. Because in Btd6, I noticed that a lot of the towers that you guys use are going to involve using some sort of hero. So generally when I start off new, I want to go for the hero skill tree first. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and switch over to the Magic Monkeys only game mode. So for the Magic Monkeys game mode, I ended up swapping out my hero Quincy for Oben, and the only reason I swapped out to Oben for the Magic Monkeys only game mode is because, of course, if you guys are a little bit unfamiliar with the way that Oben works, he does buff all magic towers. So that's why I went for Oben here opposed to going for Quincy. Now, once we start getting into the harder maps, that's when the strat's going to change just a little bit. But for the most part, the Ninja Monkey with the Alchemist start is going to definitely be enough for most of these game modes. So guys, you've pretty much seen the Ninja start a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead to round 40, and I'll bring you guys back on round 40. Alright guys, here we are on round 41. As you guys can see, our composition was strong enough to take out the Moab Bloon on round 40. But don't worry, I wasn't worried about the Moab Bloon on round 40 at all, because we do have Oben, we have the Ninja Monkey, we have the Alchemist, and we also had a Wizard to go along with it. So guys, for the most part, like I said, a majority of these strats are pretty much going to stay the same until I get more towers unlocked. And then we can start playing around a little bit when we start getting to some different maps. So guys, while I have you here, I just want to say thank you guys so much for the support on the channel. The support has been absolutely insane. Also, I wanted to let you guys know that for some of these, or for the Btd6 full playthrough, what I want to do is I generally want to keep the videos between 10 to 15 minutes long. Now, once we start getting into some of the harder maps that take a little bit more detail to explain, we'll go ahead and make the guides a little bit longer. But again, for the most part, I want to keep the playthroughs themselves kind of short, but not too short, if that makes sense. Because I just want to make sure that I'm not like beating a dead horse, especially when we play all of the beginner maps through, because for the most part all of them are going to revolve the same strats. I'll do my best to go ahead and try and make them as different from each other as I possibly can make them. But again, for the most part, a majority of the strats are going to consist of either the Prince of Darkness, the Apache Dart Ship, or something along those lines. So guys, here we are on round 58. We officially have the Prince of Darkness. We have our Oben. Our Oben's doing amazing. Also, I went ahead and placed down a Druid to go ahead and get the Druid a little bit of experience, because of course at some point I definitely will feature the Druid strat. I don't want this playthrough to be like a majority of my guides where I use the Druid strat for every single map. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch things up from map to map to go ahead and keep things a little bit interesting. Also, I went ahead and placed down the Super Monkey to go ahead and get a little bit of experience on the Super Monkey, because I definitely want to do a couple of Sun Avatar strats. I also want to use the Dark Knight a bit more for this playthrough, because I haven't really been using the Dark Knight too much, because I generally don't think he's as strong as I would like him to be, but I do know he's a pretty strong tower. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to round 70. I'll bring you guys back on, yeah, I'll fast forward to like 75. I'll bring you guys back. Alright guys, so I just want to say thank you guys so much for putting up with me learning how to do the voiceovers, because again, this is a little bit new, and I'm trying to adjust for you guys as best I can. So now we are officially on round 74. We just have round 76. 76 is one of the tougher rounds in Bloons Tower Defense 6, but because we have the Prince of Darkness, it shouldn't give us too much trouble. So guys, again, I just want to say thank you guys so much for the support on the channel. Also, if you guys have any feedback, please feel free to let me know in the comments below. I do read all of my comments. But anyways, guys, if at any point in time you guys enjoyed the video, or if you guys are enjoying the series, please feel free to hit that like button. Also, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please feel free to subscribe as well. I do upload quite a bit of Bloons Tower Defense 6 content. But anyways, guys, we only have two rounds left, and then we will have officially beaten Magic Monkeys only. Alright, round 79, trying to get those last little few upgrades on our tower, but we still have $35,000 left over, and we have nothing to spend the money at. Actually, I think I ended up buying a Grandmaster Ninja for the ZOMG. But anyways, guys, you already know what time it is. I hope you guys have the most amazing day of your lives, and I will see you guys in the next one.